Hello Libra, welcome to your mid-August reading. This is a reading for all Libras, sun, moon, and rising, or ascendants, whatever term you like to use. Welcome back. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm so happy to be back. I'm filming this tonight, August 9th, and I gotta say that as I was preparing the table and shuffling on your energy, meditating a little bit, I got a lot of wands cards coming out for you. And as I was trying to light the candles and light the incense, my matches were going insane. I've never seen my matches light up with such intensity, the flames be so bright. So I'm gonna, take that as, we'll see how the reading progresses, but I definitely think it's relevant to you, Libra. So a lot of fire around you right now. I know you're an air sign, so air, can make fire burn brighter, right? But wow, I don't know, the flames are strong for you tonight, Libra. So I took the cards and I laid them out for you. Sorry, I just got this Moonology card that just wanted to pop out. So let me lay it down here. It's balance, spirituality, and practicality, and it just kind of made me stop for a minute because it is full moon in Pisces, but we're talking about balance here, which is a Libra trait, right? And the fact that you're balancing spirituality and practicality, I find that interesting. So that is kind of a overall mood for the next few weeks. This spread will cover the next 2 to 3 weeks. This ellipse spread that I do is basically usually no more than 3 weeks out. So keep that in mind as well, depending on what the cards say. Remember, you have free will, and if you don't like the direction that your path seems to be taking right now, you always have free will. You can change it in any way. Okay, so what I did was I went and I pulled the cards to save a little bit of time because I tend to ramble in the beginning. I went ahead and I pulled your cards for you. I haven't looked at them yet, so I'm going to turn them around with you. Once we look at the cards, I'm going to pull some clarifiers. We'll pick a deck at that point to pull clarifiers with. Okay, so the first card for you, Libra, is the recent past, and you got the Ten of Swords in the recent past. So, okay, we've got something that, we'll pull some clarifiers, but you kind of reached the end of your rope with that Ten of Swords. Something came to an end, or you've been feeling like you need to bring something to an end. In the present energy, you have the King of Swords. So there you are, Libra, the King of Swords, very intellectual. You're thinking about your situation. You're putting a lot of thought into what to do, how to move forward, and you're trying to approach things from a very logical perspective, which is, very much a Libra trait. Coming into the near future, you got 2 cards that popped out for you. Very nice. The Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. So lots of Cups energy here coming into the near future. King of Cups, that's saying you're getting a lot of support from people around you. It looks like a really happy family time. So for some of you, if you're male or you have a lot of male energy, I'm seeing this as you in the near future coming into a lot of family time. I'm feeling like some of you were separated from family for some reason. You'll be with your family in the near future pretty soon, coming to that King of Cups. King of Cups being you, I'm really seeing that as your energy. So you're moving from the King of Swords in the present, figuring out how you're going to end a conflict. And I'm really getting strongly, we'll put some clarifiers, but for some of you I'm getting strongly family and children, and they will be with you soon if you've been separated from your kids. In the advice position, we have 2 cards that popped out for you, okay? The 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Now keep in mind, this is the advice position. This is what Spirit wants you to be aware of and wants you to do, basically, right? This is the advice that you're getting right now. So it's not that you're going to, it's not that somebody is going to hurt you with the Three of Swords. I'm not getting that. We'll pull clarifiers, but I'm getting with the Three of Swords and with the Seven of Swords that there's been a lot of hurt around you, or you felt hurt over something with that Seven of Swords. In this deck, this is not the Thoth deck that I use a lot, but the Thoth deck really was telling me it wanted a break tonight. And this deck, this is the Tarot of Mystical Correspondences by Eugene Baninsky. He's very aligned with the Thoth deck. He uses the Tree of Life, Kabbalistic elements within the cards, which is how I interpret the Thoth deck as well. So they're very similar to me. So the Seven of Swords in that deck is kind of a card of, it's called futility. And basically what it says is, you know, you're feeling like nothing ever goes your way, right? No matter what you do, you just can't win. And so you start to block yourself and you start to limit what you're able to accomplish because you create these self-limiting beliefs for yourself, saying, well, it didn't work for me in the past, why should it work for me now? That's the danger of the Seven of Swords. So you getting this in the advice position is saying that you need to try really hard not to have that kind of mindset as you move forward within the next 3 weeks. I'm also getting really drawn to this rose, and roses, this red rose is so beautiful, but you know, roses have thorns, right? You can prick your finger on that thorn and bleed. Does that diminish the beauty of the rose? No, you weren't careful when you picked up that rose, right? You weren't careful, right? Or you ignored the fact that there were thorns on the rose. So for some of you, I'm getting, be really careful not to idealize situations too much as well. I know this is going off on a tangent, but I read intuitively and I speak what I feel. For some of you, I'm getting that as you're presented with a situation, really try to understand that nothing is perfect, but you can appreciate the beauty in the situation if you look at it from a more objective perspective, from a higher perspective. Look at the rose and say the rose has thorns. So when I go to pick up the rose, if I'm going to touch the rose, I need to be careful where I place my hands so that I don't get pricked with the thorns. That's kind of the situation you're looking at now. You have this beautiful situation in front of you. It's not perfect. So how are you going to maneuver through the maze of the situation you're in so that you can appreciate the benefits of the situation and not get pricked by the thorns of the situation? Because again, nothing is perfect, right? You also have this Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, you know, again in the advice position is kind of more of a, I think it's just going along with what I said. I don't really think that I have much to answer. I think those two, much to add to it. I think those two cards are speaking pretty clearly to me right now. It's acknowledge the situation isn't perfect, but try to find the beauty in it and try to really appreciate what you have, okay? Because in the near future, don't forget, you've got the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. These are outstanding cards. These are, you know, as good as it gets. This is bliss. So don't look for problems, basically, right? Don't look for reasons to find negatives in the situation that you're in, okay? Balance. Keep things in balance and appreciate the good. In the external, or sometimes the blockages, depends on how it reads for us, is the Chariot. So this is excellent. This is an energy that's coming in, and I'm getting this more as an external force. So this is kind of karma right now for you, rather than an obstacle. I can read it either way. It just depends on how, you know, the vibe that I'm getting as I'm doing the cards. It looks to me like you have the Chariot in your external energies. Victory. Cancer. I'm getting Cancer really strongly. Obviously, we know the Chariot is the card of Cancer. or Cancer represented within the Chariot card. You could be dealing with a Cancer. A Cancer could be causing these issues for you, or you could be having communication issues with the Cancer. But I'm also getting that you're able to, and there's my puppy dog. So let's all say hi to my puppy. Hello, baby. She likes to barge into the room. Always when I'm in the middle of a reading. Never in the beginning, never at the end. She likes to come in the middle. Okay. So we have the Chariot, like I said, in the external. So you are moving forward, and the universe is supporting you within this energy right now. The caveat that I'm getting is be careful not to steer the Chariot, not to ride the Chariot too quickly, right? Because you will lose control if you ride too fast. So keep things in balance, and then we have that balance, spirituality and practicality again, and I'm getting these two kind of going together with each other pretty strongly with the external. So this is karmic energy. This is the energy that's around you. So you may be feeling as well, some of you may be feeling this really inexplicable ennui or like desire to like, I just need to get something going. I just need to take action. But you don't really know how to take action or which direction to go in, but you feel restless. That's just the energy kind of surrounding you right now for some of you. In your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Wands. So as I was shuffling, lots of fire energy, but none of it came out so far in this spread, so we'll see what the outcome is. I'm not sure, but this is the first Wands card that has come out for you in your spread, and it comes in your hopes and fears. So what it's telling me is you're really hoping for a new beginning. You're hoping for a new passion. You're hoping for movement forward in a passionate, exciting, satisfying way. And you want to take control, right? You want to be the leader. But you're afraid that you're not going to be able to. And that's where we get into that Seven of Swords and Three of Swords energy. We're like, oh, I've been hurt in the past. Why will it be any different now? And so I'm optimistic that you're going to be able to overcome that feeling, because this card is a positive card. Had we had a negative card here, I'd be a little more concerned, but I think you're going to be able to move away from that energy. I think you're going to be able to use the Chariot, the energies that are surrounding you, and move away from that kind of woe is me vibe. In the near future, coming out at the end of the 3 weeks, should you stay on the path that you're on right now, we're going to end with the Hermit, okay? Virgo energy there. Very interesting card, very nice card to end with, in my opinion. The Hermit says oftentimes that you're really close to reaching your goal, whatever your goal is. And as you can see, I'm going to try to hold the card up. I don't know if you'll see it. I know there's glare. But you can see that the card is called Intelligence of Will. And that's the Hermit, the intelligence of will. So this is your will. This is you using your will through wisdom, basically, right? You're looking at your life experiences. You're approaching things from a I don't want to keep repeating the word intelligent perspective, but it's more like a science perspective. It's a gathering of information. It's researching, and it's incorporating all that you know and internalizing it, digesting it in a way, right? Bringing it into your soul, digesting it, and then moving forward with what you've learned So I'm getting for some of you, you might be feeling a little silent, right? A little quiet in the next few weeks. This energy, this restless energy that you may have been feeling is going to calm down in the next few weeks as things go in your favor, right? As you experience this Ten of Cups and King of Cups period, however that translates for you, if that's family, if that's family time for you, if that is getting good news. I'm not really getting career here things, I'm getting really just emotions and thoughts here for you. But however that manifests for you, once that comes in clearly for you, Libra, I feel like you're gonna be able to move beyond this this restless energy. You're going to be able to take control of it, and you're going to find a whole new positive outlook, and it's going to calm you. It's going to calm you in your soul. You're going to realize that you're really close to achieving whatever larger goals you have to achieve. Okay, clarifying the Ten of Swords for you. I got the, I don't know how I'm going to hold these up. I got to change the light. I got the King of Swords again. So, you know, the King of Swords clarifying the Ten of Swords, and then in the present we got the King of Swords again. So twice the King of Swords has come out for you, Libra. You're in a really contemplative, strategic vibe right now. Clarifying the King of Swords, I got the Fool. So you're trying to figure out how to start something new, how to get a fresh start, which is what we were talking about earlier. Why the Fool under the King of Swords? Why the Fool? Some of you are starting out on a whole new direction in life. We got the Five of Wands and Justice coming in as well with the Fool and under the King of Swords. So some kind of conflict. You're trying to move past whatever conflict this was, whatever that Ten of Swords was. And, you know, there you are, the Justice card, creating balance, getting a fair outcome for yourself. I feel like whatever this conflict was, it was not fair to you in the past, Libra, and I think that now you're coming into this, karma is manifesting for you. So things are being made right in your world, right? Please clarify the near future, the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups for me, please, Spirit. Or the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups, please. Queen of Wands. Beautiful. I mean, look at that card. It's just gorgeous. Queen of Wands clarifying your emotional happiness. So this is, you know, very attractive. You're very attractive right now, and everything is just going to look really beautiful for you in the near future. Very magnetic. The people that you're with are going to find you really, just really attractive to be around. You're just going to be very magnetic in the near future as you experience this happiness, this Ten of Wands. It's just, you know, you radiating. I love this card where she's holding that sunflower and she's just, you know, kind of shining it like a spotlight, just shining happiness and joy on everyone around her. So I think that's really, it's really beautiful energy to be coming into, Libra. Clarifying your advice, you got the Two of Pentacles. Again, what I was going to say, you got to realize everything changes, and the Six of Swords. Beautiful. So the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, clarifying your advice. As I said before, you're going to be able to move beyond that energy, for sure. You know that everything is cyclical, things change. You're able to bring in that positive change for yourself. And that Six of Swords saying that you're moving beyond the clouds, right? You know, stormy clouds are passing away. You're able to get to that beautiful paradise island. You're leaving any kind of depression that you may have had behind. In the external, with the Chariot, we got the Seven of Wands. Right, so this again, this is controlling the urge to be too reckless, That Seven of Wands, though, that's a defender as well. So the Seven of Wands defends, stands up for what he believes is right, or what she believes is right. No gender here. And the Seven of Wands sometimes can be in a position, can sometimes put you in a position where you have to defend yourself, or you have to defend others, or you have to defend an ideology, a point of view. Queen of Swords, keeping a clear head about you. Okay. And I love this Queen of Swords card here in this deck as well, because she is very much looking ahead. She's planning things into the future. How is she gonna, she's surveying the land. How is she going to accomplish her goals? And she's got these birds flying around her, which means that while she's using, sometimes it just blows my mind how these cards come out. She's balancing her spirituality and her practicality. I mean, that's what she's doing in that card. She's looking ahead, but she's got the birds there that are spirit there guiding her as well. So this is the external. You're definitely in a, if you're willing to listen to it, Libra, spirit and your, however you connect to spirit through your ancestors, through guides, through angels, through just meditation and listening to your higher self, whatever you do to connect to source, take advantage of that right now, because that's going to help you plan for the future. Okay, why the Knight of Wands in the hopes and fears? Why the Knight of Wands, please, Spirit? Thank you. The Knight of Swords. Yep, so that Knight energy, that moving forward, that going for the goals, going for the gusto, not sitting still. You want to make things happen right now, Libra, and you're figuring out ways to do that, right? As we move into the end of this 3-week period, or the end of the month, clarifying the Hermit, we have the Magician. That's you manifesting again, and the Ace of Wands. So beautiful. A whole new beginning. Something brand new coming in to view for you. A whole new, sense of power and energy. Know that with the Magician, you are your own creator. You're able to transform your life. You've got the beautiful butterfly there, the white butterfly, which again, symbolizes spirits. We're talking about that same energy here that we had with the Queen of Swords, of kind of listening to spirit. You got the goose and the Magician card in this deck, and for me, as you can see the goose over there on the left-hand side of the video, I'm obsessed with geese. So anytime a goose shows up in a spread, you kind of can't get any better than that, in my opinion. So you've got, all the tools you need. The Magician uses all the elements to create what he wants. The Magician takes what he has at hand and manifests what he wants, right? The thing about what you're coming into, and this is why it's interesting, it's still unformed, right? So the Magician is still, alchemizing in a way, right? Like bringing everything together, creating this swirl of possibility. And you've got the Ace of Wands also clarifying that Hermit energy. Remember I said the Hermit says that you're really close. The Hermit has that lantern, and within the lantern is the star. You're really close to achieving whatever goal this is that you had in mind. But it's not formed yet, right? So the Magician is telling you to really focus. At the end of the month, you want to move forward. You're restless. You want to move forward, but you still need to focus. You're not there yet. Remember, this is an Ace of Wands, so this is a seed of possibility. It's not formed yet. It's just that raw energy that is just raw, this energy that's there. It hasn't been shaped. We get the Two of Wands. That's where we start to form a shape to that energy. You haven't gotten there yet, but that's not bad. This is an excellent reading, because you are moving away from whatever negative situation you were in, and you're seeing that you have the power to create a new situation for you. You just haven't decided what that new situation is. But in the near future, you're going to have this beautiful period of support and love around you that's really going to help you shape that. It's going to help you start shaping how you want to move forward. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you from the Nature's Whispers deck. The first clarifier I got for you that popped out for you is the big picture. Very interesting. I'm going to read to you from the book because this is I love this book. Short descriptions and they're really potent. Interesting to note that the card you got, the big picture, is number 6. So this is an advice card that we're getting here for you, and you also got the 6 of Swords in your advice card. So I love it. Okay, the big picture says there is so much more going on than you realize. When we get up in our heads and overthink things, we start to miss much of what is going on in the world around us. You might be trying to micromanage a situation and are too focused on small details. Try looking at this from different angles. If you've been struggling with a problem or tough situation, this card can signal that you will find the answers if you stand back and view everything from a larger perspective or from someone else's viewpoint. I love that. That goes into what we were talking about, with the rose, right? That it's really connecting to me. Is like, look at the rose. It's beautiful when you look at it. And when you get too close to it, you can get pricked by the thorns, right? You're looking too closely at the details. Step back and look at the beautiful rose in front of you and appreciate it. And you also got 7. So how crazy is that? We went from the 6 to the 7. And look, these cards are just stunning. I love them. Amplify your positive emotions. There's a ripple effect of energy flowing from you right now. Be positive. Simply staying happy and sending that happiness out from your heart will benefit those around you. As you adjust your motives and attitudes, this energy flows from you in concentric circles, affecting all of your desires and beliefs. There is a chance to bring good fortune and influences to all of the events in your life. As circles also represent cycles, know that you are continually going in and out of cycles, growing and changing. With every ending comes a new beginning. Trust that the positive energy you radiate will attract what you wish for. Okay, with every ending, there's that 10 of Swords that you're coming out of, is a new beginning, moving into this Ace of Wands energy. I mean, can you get any better than that, Libra? I don't know. This is really beautiful spread for you, Libra. I'm really liking this. Okay, I'm going to pull back and I'm going to go even higher with a higher perspective. I'm going to use these Blue Messiah Oracle cards. We'll pull one last Oracle card for you. I really do like to go a little bit higher and see what we get. Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have for Libra? So we move forward in August. You got evolution. I know it's shiny. It's shiny. Okay, let me see how low I can bring it. I think I can take it there, and we'll bring these up here. All right, you got evolution. Let me get the book and read from the book on this one. Now, in the last read I did for Scorpio, the card turned out to be a little racy, and I had to stop reading it. So we'll see. We'll see what you get, Libra. It was a total surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be racy, but you know, if you have any Scorpio in your chart, you might want to check that out because pretty nice at the end of the month for you. Anyway, for Scorpios. Okay, so evolution. Expansion of awareness and personal evolution comes from moving through the different levels of transformation within you. There isn't just one mountain, but many mountains within you that you traverse. There's that Hermit energy. At each level of transformation, before you ascend to higher states of awareness, there's often a period of discomfort. This period of discomfort can be quite challenging because transitions may not only affect you, but also those around you. Every mountain that you climb within you corresponds to different sets of personal challenges. Spiritual awakening has many layers and stages. These layers are identified with the egoic sense of self and personality. To transcend or take that leap of faith from each mountain is to peel away yet another layer that represents the illusionary suds of self. These layers block you from your true magnificence. At each mountain, before taking flight, You let go of what no longer serves your highest self. With every stage of transformation, your vibration is raised. You fly stronger, empowered with greater wisdom and understanding. Your soul takes this journey to grow and evolve. This is the evolutionary path of the soul. Stay conscious of the mountains below and before you, and remember always that every mountain represents an opportunity to climb higher. And this card is connected to the solar plexus chakra, and the exercise that goes along with this card is to reflect on your life. What holds you back? It is time to detach from what no longer serves you with love. Your affirmation says, I am courageous as I take that leap of faith from every mountain I traverse within me. All right, Libra, pretty beautiful stuff. I feel the need to pull a goddess card for you. I'm not really sure why. So I'm going to pull that for you right now. See what goddess you get. So I felt the need to pull the goddess card, but the goddesses don't really feel like speaking. Interesting. All right. Instead, now I'm being drawn to this Kipper deck. So let me just see real fast what we're getting with this Kipper deck. So weird. I did not think I wanted to draw anything from Kipper tonight for you, but here we are. I feel like somebody out there is still asking a question. Spirit, what is this question that I have not addressed yet for Libra, please? What does Libra need to know? What is it? There's one Libra out there still asking a question. What is that? You got privileged lady. So if you've been worried about income, Libra, if that's the question you've been hoping that I would answer, it doesn't look like you have much need to worry. You've got privileged lady coming in, so you will be coming into some kind of financial success. Yeah, you're leaving despair behind. You've been worried. Been hoping for it. And I'm just going to pull these out. You've got privileged lady. That was your main card. You've got despair and coffin. You're leaving these energies behind. These are kind of clarifying that privileged ladies card as I had it in my mind. So you're leaving that energy of despair behind. There's a transition coming in for you. I feel like this was a question for you materially, financially, more than emotionally for that one last person. Yeah, you've been feeling really like trapped for whatever reason, but that you're coming into that privileged lady energy. Some decision being made with courthouse, involving a main man, so maybe involving a spouse of some sort, maybe a divorce. You're wondering how you're going to do in the divorce. Will the divorce go through? I feel like you're feeling trapped. It's somebody there. It's either will the divorce go through or will I get the financial settlement that I am hoping to get? And yeah, your answer is yes. Distant horizons. It may not be as quickly as you're hoping for, but you're on the path. You're on the correct karmic path leading to your success. Again, we've got the beautiful bird coming in there and the ship, which is very reminiscent to me of that Six of Swords energy again for you. So yeah, I feel like there's conflict, Libra, but you are transitioning and it's going to work out for you. It's going to be okay. All right? There's some kind of paperwork, something that's going on, but it's not gonna be, you know, this big boom of like cash coming in your way, Libra, but for whoever this is, it really wanted to hear this, because again, I'm getting that really strongly, but it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be happy with the outcome, or you'll be satisfied with the outcome at least, okay? All right, Libra, that's all I have for you. Keep evolving, keep the vibes high. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Click on that like button. That lets me know that you kind of resonated with this. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how it's connected to your life. Either way, I hope you got something out of this. I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. All right, bye.